So what is up, guys? I'm Sizzlekins, and I'm gonna be doing a sort of a review type thing, a review and first impressions sort of a video here. And this is the Fantech Helios XD3 mouse right here, and I've bought this mouse like over a week ago, not over a week, a little under a week ago, and yeah, I've been using it. I've heard about this mouse for like a while now, and I've basically bought this mouse because the spec sheet is like pretty much like it's a really good spec sheet for the price. Basically, it's a wireless mouse, as you can see. It doesn't have any wires or anything. It's a USB-C charging type thing. You can use this wired without the. If you like lose the dongle, you could just plug this in and use it wired and stuff. But yeah, I bought this like under a week ago because the specs were nice. I have the box here, as you can see. And yeah, so here's this. I'm gonna explain why it's how should I say this, upside down, as you can see, 83 grams. Yeah, so I just want to talk about the unboxing experience first. So I got this mouse, the box and everything feels really premium, but something that sort of stood out to me at first was that when I got this from like delivery, when I first got it and stuff, everything is fine and all, but when I turned it around, it looks like upside down. It was literally like upside down. It's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this, but I got it upside down and stuff. Sorry, and yeah, but other than that, it was pretty fine. It's sort of, I doubted the integrity of it. Like I thought, what if it's like this might be used or something, but I got it off of their like official website from this country and stuff. But there isn't anything much in the box other than the box being like it's pretty hard to open it with one hand. Yeah, it was upside down like this. The mouse was like right here. It's a really nice sort of presentation, if you will. The mouse was right here. There isn't really much in the box. They give the mouse, and here was the cable, as you can see. I'll come to that in a bit. They have the they give the instruction manuals here. They also give the warranty card, and they also give some extra PTFE feet, which is pretty nice, and which is actually really nice. And I forgot the word for it. Yeah, I forgot the word for it. Of them, I guess I'll put it back in properly. This is how it should have been. Anyways, yeah, and so coming to the mouse itself, everything, the packaging was fine and stuff. So yeah, the build quality of this mouse is, it's actually really like extremely decent. There's legit no flex. How much ever I want to squeeze it, how much ever force I apply, there is no flex other than a bit like very slight creaking if I press on like very specific parts of the mouse. I really can't get it to creak. Now it's like sometimes if I'm applying a bit of pressure on it, there's like very slight like creaking noises, but that happens like very sometimes. I can't get it to happen right now, and there is like very bit of like movement right here, if you can't even tell. But that's just me nitpicking. It's a really well built mouse, which surprises me. It's by Fantech, and they're not known for making high quality stuff. Honestly, all of their products are like very budget friendly for like almost every budget. You have like $2 laying around, yeah, you can go buy a gaming mouse with that from them, which won't be any good, honestly. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty fine. The buttons and everything, like the wait, let me just turn this off. My PC's on. I'm coming to the RGBs in a bit, but the button is like, I'm not sure what switches they use. They feel like arm rods, but they're very like light, especially the right click. Like they're not as loud, and they're not as like, you don't need to put too much force to click on them. Like yeah, as you can see, you don't need too much force to click on them. There's almost no pre-travel, but there's like a little bit post-travel, which honestly I can't even tell when I'm using the mouse. I really can't tell while I'm using it, so it feels pretty much like a non-existent. Even on this side, like on the right click, the post-travel is like a bit more noticeable. Maybe it's because the click is so light, but other than that, there's like no pre-travel. Although one bit of complaint, I can't like lift this. Like if I put a bit of pressure here and try to lift this click right here, this doesn't lift, but the right click, wait, what? Oh damn, it fixed itself apparently, I don't know. Because at first I could like lift this click, oh yeah, I can, it's like very slightly like liftable, but that's just legit me nitpicking. The clicks feel the same on the scroll wheel, and the scroll wheel itself is like, it's, I wouldn't say it's completely tactile, it feels defined, the scrolling feels defined, but it needs a bit slightly more pressure than your usual, like let's say the Logitech one here. It's like pretty smooth, right? It needs like, it uses a slightly more force, but I got used to it like almost instantly, so it's fine. The DPI button is like also the same click as all of these here, armors I guess, but it's like pretty flush to the board, the clicks right here, the mouse button, so you really can't like, you won't ever accidentally click it, even if you like, even if this was like a bit higher up, which I sort of wanted it to be, because I usually just change the DPI button to the setting to something else, and even if you hold your mouse like this, you still won't accidentally click it, so that's really cool. But the side buttons here, they like use they use a different switch, as you can hear. I don't know if you can hear that, but they use a different switch, which is I guess cool. There, other than that, there's like there's no pre-travel, but there's like a good bit of post-travel, especially on this one right here, as you can see. I clicked it and then I can like push it in. I don't want to push it in too much or something, but it's like, it's not too bad. It's like serviceable side buttons, and I sort of wish they were like one sort of level instead of giving these hump type things. Just an aesthetic thing. The RGB is pretty like okay, I guess. The only issue is that like if I turn it on, like if I turn on the RGB, there's like a bit of bleeding right here, which is fine for the most part. But my main complaint is that if I turn on the RGB on the back, which I usually don't, to preserve battery, as you can see, there's like a good fair bit of bleeding here. Like maybe it's just on my copy, maybe it's just the pink one, but yeah, there's a good fair bit of bleeding here, which honestly sucks, I guess. But for like a $50 mouse, I can't really complain, honestly. But yeah, I guess that just sucks. But other than that, it's okay. The diffusing is pretty good. The DPI, like, I mean the RGB lighting is pretty serviceable and it's okay, so no complaints there. I never use the back RGB anyways. The shape of the mouse, it's basically an S2 clone. You know the Zowie S2, it's pretty much an S2. Even the weight is like very similar. It's like an 83-gram mouse. It's basically an S2. They cut the wires and added RGB. I guess it has a DPI button, but yeah, it's pretty much an S2. There's no complaints there. It's pretty much an S2 and everything. I thought there was like a bit of I thought this mouse had more like flattened out. I thought it was more flattened out on the top here, because as you can see, there's like more flat. But I checked the shapes and stuff online and whatnot, and yeah, it's literally just they took the S2, cut the wires, added RGB, and they call it a day pretty much. That's what they did. And the mouse feet is actually pretty decent. Like I can glide it around pretty smoothly. I can do 180s. I mean, it's just testing the sensor. You don't really do this in game, but it's PTFE feet. It's not as fast as my MM710. It's like not as fast and smooth as my MM710, but it's like just barely, slightly slower than that. Not really sure why. Maybe sort of 100% great PTFE or something, but yeah, it's pretty decent. It's pretty good, and they give extra ones. You can use those if you want. And coming to the sensor, it's a 3335, and changing between the wireless and wired mode, it pretty much feels like a 3389. Like I can't really differentiate between it. I can drag click this for some reason. I can't differentiate it, but the only sort of issue, a common sort of issue with the sensor is that like the only issue with the sensor is that it has DPI deviation, which means that if you set it to 800, and if you're actually like measuring it, like I measured mine, it's like more closer to 930 ish. So I had to like change my sensitivity accordingly and stuff. But other than that, it was actually pretty. I couldn't tell the difference between wireless and wired mode. It's pretty much the same, and it's also pretty much the same with the 3389 and stuff, which is actually kind of really good. Which is also the reason why I bought it. And even the liftoff distance is like around 1.2 millimeters or something. And yeah, that's pretty much for the sensor. The battery life of it, I haven't tested it, but I have used this like wirelessly without charging from like let's say daily around like 2 to 3 hours of use, maybe even 4 sometimes, for like 5 to 6 days, and the battery is like, I think it says like 70 on the software and stuff, but yeah, it's like it's around 60 to 70%. So I guess you can say it has decent battery life, and that's about it. It's just surprising how you can get such a decent mouse, like you can get such a decent Fantech mouse or just a decent wireless mouse for this cheap. It's like 5,300 takas here in Bangladesh. You can convert that to whatever currency you guys have there, and it's just really decent and stuff. And yeah, it's just surprised me and stuff. I grip this mouse a bit differently. If you have like big hands, if you have like sort of biggish hands, I have 19 by 10 to 10.5 centimeter hands, and I sort of have this weird fingertip claw grip thing. I put like I rest the thumb of my mouse to the side here, like completely touching it like this, and I basically like sort of claw to fingertip grip the entire mouse. Like as you can see, there's like a gap here, and I hold it like this, and it's a pretty weird grip. I don't know if I've ever seen it ever, and so I'm holding it like this. I'll talk about my grip later, maybe in another video. But yeah, it's a pretty decent mouse. It's basically an S2 but wireless, and that is pretty much it for the. Hold on, and yeah, that is pretty much it for the video and stuff. And no, I'm sorry. Okay, what? Anyways, anyways, yeah, I'm sorry. That was slightly weird. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for the mouse. I'll try doing like reviews for other mice like this and stuff. It's not shutting down. Damn. Anyways, I'll try doing like reviews for my other mice and stuff, and I'll try uploading those videos and stuff. And yeah, it's like a really, it surprised me how good of a mouse oh damn, it surprised me how good of a mouse Fantech has made for this price especially. Although I do digress, because I did found out that Asus Keyrus wireless is a thing. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty decent mouse. If you want to go for it, then honestly just go for it. But I'll also upload maybe like a few months impression video thing, and how it held up and stuff, how the battery life has been and whatnot. Yeah. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, the cable is like, it's soft braided, and it's like pretty flexible, but it's not as flexible as the Cooler Master. Oh damn, I just dropped them out. It's not as flexible as the Cooler Master one. As you can see, I have some, it looks pretty ugly and stuff. It's not as flexible as the Cooler Master one, but yeah, it's serviceable and stuff. Yeah, anyways, that's about it for the video. Thanks for watching till now, and yeah, if you wanna check out my other videos, you can. And yeah, that's about it. If you have questions, just leave it in the comments and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.